Peter and Kobela.
Ibile nna mme Mokgohloa ke ntse ke sa itse gore di social worker ba ka tsena le mo mererong ya lefatshe la gaetso la go ramoko ka starta go phalana ja mara ka tsego ke ithutile ke tsa gore re le baretsi re nna ka fa social move ka fa Rama City ga ra hlolwa re le ka fa locationeng re tswa go gongwe kae ke tsa gore re bulegile matlo Kobela any further questions?
Yeah, look, I mean gopolang re lemogile gore or COVID-19 it lemositse the importance of having the means of production, which is land. So only this issue ya family feuds because mang ha utlwane le mang, and it's particularly about the land issue this problem. So these conversations are highly important.
I think you know man and I tatlamolla pila I re go back. These things have been there. I think this is how South Africa actually got into this big trouble when Makhosi arna khale bakhawanzi when I look into my family and my family structure, you know, it's piece by piece, and how no check that family in turn, you find most of it were actually fights and wars still at Zamatomotomo were between siblings. You know, those families went because they started fighting, but in that thing there were people who actually were instigating these issues. That's what I wanted to come make it. Do we see, is it the same pattern that we see, you know, even in today's
please mama Arab on that question. Are we seeing the same pattern too?
Pedagogy of the oppressed, pedagogic education of the oppressed. Where do we come from? If we come from the history, the oppression, we have learned self-hate. So Rena as new as contribution, it is because we know where we come from. We are saying, now for example, the people that I work with, I don't teach them what is taught in class. I teach them what is happening in the world on a day-to-day basis. So I try to contextualize anything that we do. Mohoring scalable run now more lockdown how we do because so until we deal with our cause of the pain, we will not be able to use the land mashallah, even if it can be 100 hectares of land or whatever it is. So Rena as the wish Yarona, I work in an NGO where people can call and come, because in that NGO I fuel let's look back where we come from. Let's look back at why are we poor? Why are we not employed? Why are we unemployable? And again the issue say motho a go oppressitseng a ka se boruti tsona.
Yeah, gona info ka bona ke se ke leba NGO yo tlhang go yona kana ke
NGO ke tlhang go yona ke Kenneth Development e go Winterfeld development. Yes, Kenneth Development e go Winterfeld. And I tell you, the social workers working there by it's who are buka ya Van Jarsveld whoever ya go America or ya buka ya buka e kwa Winterfeld. What is happening in Winterfeld right now? What can we do? What causes these things? And until you understand that, you will not deal with it.
Is the steps the problem solving that we can apply? Because our people listening at home, actually I know for a fact people listening at home want to leave this show with some methods to help, even though the situation might be complex and unique ka mo malapeng. But where do we start? How do I say, Ramokgolo, please can I use this property? Ebe Ramokgolo are no. Or last I will be straightforward. But it just never happens. How do I fuel forward?
I get how you go Ramokgolo over the old method or the methods that Ramokgolo is our work is to help people to stimulate dialogue, discussion.
Yes.
So you are welcome to come to our office. What like issue was that I do not know how to do it. So for me to unpacking dialogue is not going to be, time is not in our favor.
Yes.
But when all these steps, there are creative ways develop a formula that fits with you. Because your formula has to the family had. So our work is to empower you to be able to go back and to go back for family with a different pair of glasses over because you have been and then speed. Remember, this comes from very many years ago. It means it has to take a little bit of time. So it is a process, and we're going to help you develop skills in life. You must persist, you must persevere, you must be encouraged to continue. You know it's how better social worker family. Why Rofa formula. But I'm aware of the Poloman, Rakadiman, Mani man. So. Money, I think money will come from that old school of thought, Sakwata, Tomil, and so on. So, we are only, hey, get her, good woman, I get not your coach. Woman, no, they get her, you know, listen, then we say, tell me how you did it. What home is somewhere here, somewhere there. And then we will try and put you back to the track, and you go back. So this is not going to be a once meeting or you will not lose. Remember, this thing comes from many years of hate and of pain. But it is not no one is going to get us out of this pain except ourselves.
Can you go forth?
Yeah, sure. I think the one thing Egilin concerned was today's social workers get into the profession or not understanding what it means to be a social worker. And we see this a lot. I mean, people don't know Rondadan Sonyan is a social worker. They only know the element Jahor is a business person. Yet, every time he practices and he preaches issues of being a social worker and solving social ills. So my question to me is, how then do we motivate the social worker who's busy studying now the need to understand and help people who have these issues, because maybe they're not aware or their responsibility is bigger than what they are studying for now?
Yes. Renali, before I say government, I motivate them or declare forward. Because social workers,
so retired social workers. Okay.
South African Black Social Workers Association, who consists of retired social workers. I am one of the members. I am actually retired. That's how I want to.
Can you tell us the organization once again?
South African SAPSWA, South African Black Social Workers Association. Ke mokgatlo wa di-social workers tse di retirile ba bereka ya ka nna sentse re kgona ke and ke batho ba e leng gore ntate o rile ke ba batho ba ka jeno rena re batho ba kgale mo bathong ba kgale re itse where we come from. We know what oppression has done to us, and we know what we can do to get out of oppression. Unfortunately, the issues of oppression, 60-something, 70-something. But believe it or not, we're still working very, very hard to just make an impact. So, question is, what do we do to the young ones? The reason why was to say I was teaching Ubinisa, and I look at these girls, I look at this young man, and I just realized they don't know. He stays go Winterfeld. He doesn't run away from the people he's supposed to change.
We may not be having every listener who knows or who isn't at the Mzonyane. Could you just in half a minute just give us the as much as we could know the important factors that the Mzonyane?
Yeah, maybe let me link the Mzonyane to today's issue. And the Mzonyane was out there to break social ills. I think the old man of Petile, he has which is important, and many people live on this earth. But Dadam Zonyane, we can spend another hour talking about him. But Kaburi Panafela Nekirin Dadam Zonyane is the guy who started African Bank. Kiena twisting ho bialadi namunyo ko Winterfeld, because there was a myth ya gore here bialadi namune di fadi namune nyana go to ba le leso go tla go tlhoka motho ka mo hae. And those were social ills that were assisting us to make sure that we better our lives in this country. But I want to say Kaburi Panafela that Mzonyane is a legend, agricultural legend, who we need to reckon. But perhaps maybe I'm not doing justice to this. I've got my colleague who has written extensively about Mzonyane and his social work in the community, and he can give us more.
In not more than 2 minutes, so that I want Mama to emphasize more on the point that she was on.
No, I think it's look, I thought that 2 minutes, so let's not even go there.
I'm going to make it work. Issues, lots of problems, but he still stays there, and I still work there. There are lots and lots of problems, but I work there because my work is an advocate, is of advocacy. My work is of changing people to see things differently. So we can blame the government, left who, and so on, but we also, like, I'm actually committing my social workers out there to say we must show the young ones. One of the projects we do to revisit the unemployed social workers and say why in school? What are you supposed to achieve? So that we can help them to redirect the way we were trained. Because remember, we come from the training of the superior and the junior. The superior, you will do what I want you to do. You will sustain what I want you to sustain. Which is what I spoke about, the design of self-hate as Africans. So as an older social worker, my role is to share with my younger colleagues to say, ladies, or gentlemen, this is not how we do things, this is how we do them because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is what we are aspiring and doing our best to achieve in our organizations. So, I want us to remember and the issues that are very fundamental. And the expect as Africans, so we need to run out of those. We need to trend issues like these ones and start making people seeing most of what and hearing most of what we are saying, because what we are saying is about changing people's minds, because we cannot take anybody to university to change them. Because what's another university, you don't see Stanford there. You see the university, and there's a big contrast. So they must come. We must work together to be able to say, guys, no one is going to get our area right. It is only us, because we have to live here.
Mama, jaanong a mpolelele fa nomoro e leng gore ge moreti a batla go ikgolaganya le lona to get more clarity ya gore o le fitlhela fa kae le dipotsopotso tsa gore ga ke moagi wa ko Winterveld ke tlhaga le tlhabile ke tlhaga Rankotia a nka thusiwa, or can you direct me to those social workers who are demarcated in my area o le fitlhela mo nomoro efe?
Nomoro ya rona ke 068 138 5549. It's a telecom number.
Ke 068 138 5549.
Yes. And your cell phone is 060 360 5472.
Ya mogala wa letheka ke 060 360 5472. Ke tsa gore motho wethu o ikutlwetse ka botlalo gore mme Mokgohloa ke modiredi loago o ka fitlhelwa ka.
Okay, no, I think that Matsi, I think what we need is, as we need more dialogue, more time to have such conversations on and off air. You know, I think the thing with us and communities is that we wait until there are crises and what then we call community meetings and what. There's never meetings where like you call a community meeting and say, guys, what can we do? You know, to move forward without problems. But say just to move forward and call different brains from outside and even within communities, because one of the other things which also happens in families is that when there's a meeting then too much so I think we need to have these conversations, and then sometimes of the meets and the social worker, just to have a conversation in the household, in the community.
An interesting idea.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The issue here today was a very thorny issue. It influences or it affects a lot of people, and we should have more of this, because the social element cannot be undermined, and it has been undermined, whether by who or where, it is neither here nor there.